Defining journalism isn't easy. We could say journalism is simply communicating information, but not all communication qualifies as journalism. And it's important to define the practice as clearly as possible so that we can hold journalists to certain ethical standards and know what information is protected under the law. In the US, journalism is often unofficially referred to as the Fourth Estate, which refers to the three branches or estates of the US government. The legislative branch, which is responsible for making laws, the executive branch, which enforces the laws, and the judiciary, which interprets the laws. When we call journalism the Fourth Estate, we mean that it operates independently as a check on the powers of the three branches of government. Journalism offers facts and it educates the public. Citizens need it when we're making informed decisions. We need it to keep our government, corporations, and other centers of power honest and to shine a light on dishonest acts. As the old saying goes, the job of the newspaper is to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. In other words, it should help those in need and make it more difficult for those in power to abuse their positions. The Pew Research Center identifies journalism's four core principles as an obligation to the truth, staying loyal to the public, verifying all the facts, and remaining as unbiased as possible. You can probably think of many contemporary media organizations that don't adhere to these dictates. Most people might say that sites like TMZ, a celebrity scandal website, are journalism, but it's doubtful that tabloids adhere to all of the Pew Center's core principles of journalism. Do they have an obligation to the truth, or is it more of an obligation to entertainment? Publications of all kinds like BuzzFeed, Business Insider, Vice, and Vox range across the political and ideological spectrum, but all strive to adhere to Pew's core principles. While a BuzzFeed listicle wouldn't seem to have as much in common with, say, a 60-minute segment, it may still be true, serve the public, present facts, and remain unbiased, so it could qualify as journalism. What about WikiLeaks, which has published huge troves of top-secret documents from governments and corporations? Is that journalism? Or is it only journalism if, say, the New York Times writes about the content of those documents? Do celebrity gossip sites, your friend's music blog, or TV sports highlights count as journalism? In each of these cases, we should just ask ourselves, are they serving an obligation to the truth and to the public? And are they verifying facts and remaining unbiased? The truth is, there are no hard and fast rules to govern what is and isn't journalism. Just like defining the word journalist is tricky. Most of us have access to the internet and devices that make it easier to capture and share information with the rest of the world. Journalism isn't strictly for professionals anymore. Is it journalism if a citizen posts a photo of a car crash? Or a cell phone video showing police officer misconduct? Is it only journalism if the so-called mainstream media picks it up? The answer to these is perhaps. In fact, there's a term for this: citizen journalism. For example, in 2010, when protests erupted around the Middle East, much of the news of this Arab Spring originated from civilian eyewitnesses in places where reporters were nowhere to be found. As the world changes, so does our understanding of the definition of journalism. So as you work as a professional journalist, you can always refer back to these four core principles to guide all of your work: an obligation to the truth, staying loyal to the public, verifying all the facts, and remaining as unbiased as possible.